Today on Land Beat, we're killing persimmons, walnuts, and oaks through the hack and squirt method. Now that I have your attention, we're going to talk about those three main species that are hard for landowners to thin when doing active timber management practices. When conducting timber stand improvement or forest stand improvement, whatever term you want to call it, and you're in the art of killing trees to promote whatever your goals are with the forest, three species that I commonly find landowners having a hard time killing are oaks, walnuts, and persimmons. And all three of these are great native species, but if they're in the wrong location, or they're unhealthy, or they're competitive with a more superior tree, they likely need to be removed. And so we are standing at a great example of a spot that's upland. So we're on a ridge top, probably 1,200 elevation in the Ozark Mountains, in a spot that was historically woodland. So semi-open canopy with herbaceous understory, very beneficial to wildlife. And we're finding all those species here. So we are going to kill oaks, we're going to kill a walnut, and we're going to kill some persimmons for the sake of creating healthier oaks on this spot. So behind me, we have a 12 to 14 inch walnut, but when you look on the back side of it, it was split, and the split died, and it's got a lot of lower branches. And if we left that tree for another 20 years, we might have a low quality walnut log, but for the sake of improving habitat, and it's on the edge of a food plot, we're going to go ahead and kill it today. If we step in here a little further, we've got a white oak, which isn't high quality log, but it is fire resistant species, and it's already one of the taller crop trees here. We've got a black oak that's already showing signs of stress, disease. So it's never gonna make a log that's of any kind of real value. So we're gonna kill this tree, which will release the white oak. Behind it, we have another black oak that has this gnarly limb that's been pruned off and has a lot of lower branches. It's stressed. I'm going to kill that tree. I'm going to kill the white oak behind it. I'm going to kill this little white oak for the sake of the white oak it's next to. And that's where I see a lot of people not killing white oaks because they like white oaks and they've heard that they produce great acorns. And that's true for some of the trees on the forest, but not all white oaks produce heavy mass crops every other year or every 5 years. Some of our white oaks will almost never produce much of an acorn crop. And so it's important to try to recognize that you need to kill some white oaks to create healthier white oaks. So once you get over that hurdle, you can have a healthier forest, a better woodland, a better savanna, and not just leave every white oak on the farm alone because they're all good. That's certainly not the case. If you step over here, we have a whole grove of persimmons, and they aren't doing so hot because they're on the very top part of a hill, south facing slope, part of a fire unit, and most of these are all females and don't produce fruit. So we're going to go ahead and kill them anyway so we can have a softer edge and have more opportunity for the oaks that are along this edge to grow. We step over here, we're looking at a lot of trees, black oaks specifically, that are not high quality for future logging, and we have a few remnant white oaks that we're wanting to promote, and even a nice healthy black oak. So when it comes to oaks, it's good to identify which ones are healthy, which ones look healthy, and are going to be future timber or hard mass producing trees for the wildlife. And so just opening up the canopy sometimes, and a lot of times, requires killing trees that you may have thought 5 years ago were going to make you very uncomfortable. But understanding the future health and the long-term management here, it's one major hurdle that landowners have to get over, is you're going to have to kill species of trees that you thought were all great and wonderful, when in reality, some of them are, but some of them are problems that need to be gone, like a weed tree.